I got back to working on this drip rail. It's all pretty much in. I got a few holes in it, but I'm not particularly worried about that. Basically, it's in and straight. Some little holes like that I could probably pick up with a little Bondo, because I will have to Bondo a little. I just couldn't grind it in there very good. Turned out it was better to cut the gap and then weld the edge rather than the other way around. But that's good enough. Now I gotta make one across there. I don't have enough pieces. I got like 6 inches there. I got well, that's 1/2 inch. That's a little over a foot. I probably need 2.5 feet. Well, I'd need to go all the way across. That whole thing's bad. Anyway, here's this drip rail. And move on, see what else I can put in here. Well, I'm gonna make some final adjustments here. Weld this all up. Doors closing good, opening good. I haven't welded this in real well yet. Got some gap in the back, a little bit more here on top. This is just tacked in. Need to cut some plates. Weld this up. Looks like it's all working pretty good. And it's closed all the way. It's a little too easy to press and open up. I don't know whether that's see, that didn't take anything to hitting, and I see down there on the bottom, I painted this so I could tell. But it's hitting right in the middle. And it's closing good. My top is not as good as I would like. So I'm going to try to do a little tweaking on this if I can figure out which way to go. And then I'm going to weld this up and be done with it. Well, I re-welded this. I've got still some play in it here, but it's closing good. It's still real easy to open, but basically it's pretty solid. I can Probably hit that with a hammer just a little bit. Kind of get it straight, but from the inside, best I can tell with good light and everything, the striker's closing all the way. And looks good and strong. It's just real easy to open. The first notch takes some doing. That one is closed completely. A little easier. Anyway, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get this. I'll take a wire brush and clean it up. Try to weld it up, make it look better. Well, I got this welded good wherever I want it. I've still got to do a lot of work to this door. And this is in and cleaned up pretty good. And door's closed good. So I'm pretty good. I welded a little bit in here. I should grind that down, and then I gotta hammer that out. Well, it don't really look like it, but I spent a couple more hours welding up this door. I got this all tacked. I had a little hole here I patched. It's all pretty much welded up. My holes are filled. I tried to do some there, couldn't really. I'll have to open the door. It's all straight. I moved around on it so the door stayed pretty cool. I got this back fender here welded in pretty good. Might have to do a little more after I grind it, but basically the whole surface of this door is good. Might have some little tiny holes, but not very bad. It's kind of a end of a project here that was several days long. I bet I almost took a week on this door. Anyway, it's straight. I'll take a little bit of the dents out of it here with a body hammer and anvil. Grind it down. This door should be finished. Throw a little Bondo on it maybe. See what it looks like. I hate to start doing Bondo because this grinding stuff just gets everywhere. I blow it out as 2 or 3 times a day. I don't know what's going to happen when it rains. My whole yard's going to turn to rust. The whole front out there is covered with iron dust. Well, there's Mr. Door. I didn't have to put much Bondo on it. Right in here where this hinge is, that was a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch. But basically I've got the the door straight. I don't have it all the seams figured out or anything yet, but the window turned out pretty decent, and the door straight. No real bad high spots or low spots. I still have to do some more to it, but this is a year-old Bondo that's been drying in a can. I figure I'd just throw it on here and see what I got. It's not really sanded good or anything, but basically it don't look too bad. Got a couple high spots. This one I can knock out. That one I don't know. That's behind the brace. I don't know if I can hold that and hit it or not. Bottom of the door looks pretty good. This place where I welded the roof on, that don't look too bad. That's not sanded at all. That's just real fine Bondo on there just to kind of fill it up. But I think it'll be fine. This is the worst panel out of the whole car, so figured I'd try to get it straight. Don't look too bad. Kind of looks like a car now. That roof is going to make it look good. It's kind of got a nose forward rake to it. And those drip rails help that. And ordered all the stuff that I needed for the front end, I hope. I might still have to get rotors, but the brakes and everything for 11-inch. Don't know what these are. Should have measured them, I guess. But every little thing's coming along. Roof don't look bad. I still have a kind of major project figuring out a window. I found this out there in that mess, and it's got a pretty nice curve and some old rubber in it. And what I was thinking is that this might work out pretty good for the bottom of the window. I can probably do something in there. It's the right curve and the right size, so I'll use it. On this visor, I just decided to bend me a piece of square tubing and run it in there. I've got to get some more for the drip wheel anyway. So I'll just get a full stick, 20 feet. I got 4 or 5 feet here, probably 5 or 6 up there. I'll use half a stick. That'll still leave me another half a stick to play around and finish up any braces or brackets or something like that I might need. And I still got about 6 feet of 1 inch over there, so I think that'll be the end of my steel. I got to get the roof panel. I got to weld these 2 sides on so I can measure that. Roof panel and bottom of the firewall. One more steel run. Actually, once I build that firewall, I could move on to doing electrical on this thing. Well, I got a box of frame. I should do that. So I got to go to the gas and steel once more. Well, I got a new part here. This is a 28 splined to double D. Took a little doing to get it on here. I wound up using the little rat tail file or triangular file and fooled around and broke it. But anyway, I got the splines cleaned up enough to get the double D on here, and I looked at all of these. I wanted to use this big round shaft here, and one of these joints, but everything was just too big. I mean, by the time I put a 2-inch diameter piece in there, I didn't have any room to put anything in, because I've got to put a heim joint right here. So wound up not going to be able to use this. I'd use the two. I had a couple feet of 2-inch, about 2 feet of that 3/4 double D, and I ordered a heim joint that'll fit it, but it's basically, this is just not gonna work. Either it's gonna be what I got's male or female, and I needed male, or so anyway, I decided what I'd do is I'll take this piece here. That's going to give me enough room to mount in there, and I've got a 3/4 by 3/4 double D. It's fairly small, you know, it's the same size as this chrome one right here, and that's going to fit right in this area here, and I'll be able to mount a heim joint on it. So I ordered another one of them, and I haven't really put that wheel back in there yet. Once I got the ignition key switch mounted up in there, I'm going to have to cut a little hole in it, about 1 inch there, to clear the switch. So I got it to this point. We'll just have to quit for here, and I'm going to move to the back. And so I move to this end, and can't get this open with one hand. Let me get a cutter. So here's a new wheel cylinder. Looks like it goes on top, so that's gonna clear okay. The tube going to that side. Looks like it's real close. And I also, from the same seller, I've got this new brake line. That's kind of interesting. It's got a little machine place for it. So here's the union for the two brake lines. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in. Try to. I cleaned this all up and rust converted it the other day, so we should be good enough for that. I'm going to have an extra kit, but I think this will go in. I'll dig up the hardware that I got for this. I found a bag of new brake hardware. Basically, I bought a whole bag of hardware for one spring clip, so I still got that. And I found some of my brake tools. I looked everywhere for them. Turned out they were out there in Dodge. Anyway, I'll put this wheel cylinder in here, and we'll see about mocking up this brake. I ordered a brake flaring kit. I never did find mine. Probably I'll find it as soon as I get it all done. I'll find it. Anyway, let's put this brakes back together and see what we get. Well, I got that kind of sorted out. Got the trailing and leading shoe correct. I didn't really use my new springs because they were for, like I said, 2 1/4 inch. Brake drum, I did use one of the pins. I put some washers on it to shrink it down. I don't know where the other one went. I had both the stock pins, but I don't have my adjuster screw down in the bottom, and one more spring, but I think I can get that in by only taking off one brake. I'll leave all this up here, the orange side, but it's all in there pretty good. And my wheel cylinders in, new old stock, lifetime warranty. So now I just wait for parts, and I can put these brakes together, and I'll have to make me up a brake line hose. That one there got chewed up. And I finally found my old brake tools. They work good. Sure makes a big difference. There's another little one to put these little spring clips on. It looks like a screwdriver with a socket on the end. That works pretty good. Don't have one of them, but I have pretty good luck just grabbing them with the big pair of pliers and force them on that way. So all looks good. I should have rust converted it, but I didn't. I'll WD-40 it. That should help it.